Hi students, it's Mr. Gallagher. Today's lesson is on settling the American colonies. Why they developed the way they did is really quite an interesting story, and today we're going to talk about how the colonies were settled. Settling the 13 colonies. That's today's lesson. We're going to compare and contrast the 13 colonies. The original 13 colonies were inhabited by early American colonists. Each of them developed differently according to the region. The first one we're going to talk about is the New England colonies. They were Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. These colonies were very much religious in nature. The colonies had economic activities such as whaling, logging, shipbuilding, and yes, fishing was very important to these colonists. The colonists were very religious in nature, and church services were regularly attended every week. Now, if you were not attending the church service in the colonist town, you were punished either by put in stocks or other punishments. The town meetings were where everyone helped make the laws of the town, and the New Englands were very into public schools. They started out with horn books, which was a way to learn their alphabet and the Bible, and then they even had Harvard University. Now the middle colonies were very much different than the New England colonies. They included New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. The middle colonies were definitely the breadbasket colonies, where wheat, corn, and rye grew abundantly and throughout the Hudson and Delaware rivers. Also, there was ports on the Hudson and Delaware rivers. The lifestyle in the middle colonies was for religious tolerance. There's many different types of religions. And the Indians and the Native Americans that inhabited there were treated much more fairly than in the New England. Artisan and apprenticeships were a way that young men learned skills. There was a trial by jury, and very much a diverse society with many different cultures. The Africans also lived freely in this area. They were the first to have freedom in the colonies, and there were many immigrants came to these areas. Now the southern colonies included Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, and Georgia. These all developed on the plantation system. Now, the plantation system is a way of growing large crops such as rice, indigo, and tobacco. The rice was a food crop, tobacco was for smoking, and indigo was for a plant dye. To grow crops on such a large scale, they relied on slavery, and the slavery was on the plantation, which was these large farms. There were no schools in the South, so if you were a wealthy person, you were taught by a tutor, and the tutors would come actually to your plantation and give you private lessons. And this is the end. Thank you for listening, and that's it.